Hey everybody, welcome to another Tech Digest video. This is Project Latte Roku, Road to 8.6. I think this is part 6 right now. And yeah, honestly, I've had a lot of updates, a lot of small things that I've been able to get done off camera. I just been having a really busy schedule, so it's kind of hard to nonstop pick up my phone and record and do all these things, but I'll include as many pictures to kind of show some of the small things that I've done in the meantime. Um, because yeah, we're in the final stretch to get this baby started. Hopefully that's going to be the next video, but you just never know what can happen. Let's get into what I've done. So first, this is how the car is sitting right now. Um, we have oil cooler, radiator, everything's mounted. That was done a while back. Oil cooler is lined up all the way down. That was a lot of fun to do. Realize that you need to have really good tape when you're cutting AN lines, or braided lines, sorry. And I installed a Canon filter that I had laying around on one of those advanced auto sales. Since we're in this general area, you can notice I have some wiring that's hung up here. Some of this needs to be cleaned up. We've removed a ton of stuff from some old gauges. I'm going to go through and remove this old combination of plastic sheathing and electrical tape, get it ungooey, and replace that with some different tape. I got the fuse box back inside the car. So one or two things are going to happen. I'm either going to have a bracket made to hold that up properly, or somebody's going to have to sell me or gift me an unused fuse box from an SR5. So that's what we're looking at now. Let's see, what do we have up here? So I got this all done up, got this pinned out properly. Super simple, really easy. You kind of just crimp on your pins, push those babies in, and you're all set. You'll hear the pop. Got the throttle body wired up, so idle air, the throttle position sensor, coolant, temperature, and to the gauge is right here. I gotta do a lot of management here, a lot of wire management to kind of get things looking okay. I got the line here for the map sensor that has to be cut out properly and fed into the car properly and lined up and zip tied and making sure it's not in the way. Over here, this is what it looks like for the crank and cam sensor. It's hanging out here, but I doubt it's really going to move. I'll figure something else out in the near future. I'm thinking of maybe just getting like a little breakout here, not a breakout, sorry, like a little clamp, have that stay on there so it doesn't move around too much. I mean, it's out of the way. I don't think it's going to come into contact with anything. I got to get some bullet connectors done here, one for ground, one for power. Run that most likely along this line here to get that into the car, or I can route it the other way and bring it in that way. We have all of the hoses done here for the radiator. So coolant is complete. I don't got to take this off until something bad happens, like a leak. Alternator, got the plug on. Excuse my ugly heat shrink. This will be ran down through the side and tucked in onto the alternator, so that's good to go. Got all the clamps here. Just got to put this one on here when the light goes back on, but this is all clamped and good to go. Idle air temp, intake air temperature sensor, that's done here. This is a pull-out version, so yeah, again, more wire management, because I have a huge mess back here. Doesn't look nice right now, but right now the goal is to get the car started. So I got the oxygen sensor here, the wideband oxygen sensor, that's going to be plugged in a bit. Oil catch can, that is mounted. Need to make some lines, so lines will go up here to the other side over there. Um, then we'll have some line management. It was a pain in the butt to get this thing on because I ended up getting this hose that runs underneath. I made a hole for, and that goes to a petcock here, so you can make draining of the oil a lot easier. But let's get to the major stuff, which is inside the car. Don't freak out with the wires. I'm going to insert a picture here of what that side of the car looked like before, because it was a wiring nightmare, or at least it looked like it. Is very overwhelming. Created a lot of anxiety, but I got it all figured out. Sorry for the low light, but if you look at that fuse bus over there, that's going to be all for 12-volt switching. So I got to run some wires there to the fuse box. Yeah, we got the fuse box. It has a bunch of leads. I already got some connectors here ready to go. I've been running a bunch of wire back and forth. I ran out, so I had to buy some more wiring. That's going to feed to the back of the car. I'll show you guys that in a minute. But essentially, we have battery positive. These need to be powered. Then we have 12-volt switching. This one with the black label, that one will go directly to the ignition switch. That's going to be for key on. The rest of them are for like, your accessories, stuff like that. Accessory power, radio, lighter, whatever's over there on that bus bar or needs to be. Another little piece of information is that the gas pedal is now on. I have not run a new accelerator cable, but that was welded on there by my good friend Austin, who did my exhaust, and he did the whole fuel setup in the back. I got power lines running here. Those eventually will get tucked up. But yeah, this Rockford Fosgate thing that I had in the car that was working for a long time ago, that my buddy Steven put in, that's going to stay. Kind of like as a memory piece, and also because it just works. That'll be living underneath my seat. So once everything is nice and cleaned up, I will drill that into the floor, and the power will go where it needs to go. We have basically the alternator and the starter power that's going there, and then that other line is going all the way to the back of the car for to the battery. So yeah, this whole mess here, that should be cleaned up. I also have the wideband controller in there. I was using this kind of like trying to figure out where I would put everything on some sort of panel once it's all done, kind of have everything lined up here. Need to figure out a location down here to use for grounding. So that's kind of like a major bulk of what I need to do next, but that's not going to be in this video. All right, so those red wires, including some of those yellow wires, will be running back and forth here. So battery, got a 51R battery, just picked that up yesterday from Costco. Yeah, just regular lead acid battery, weighs about 27 pounds, about $150 without a core. I don't have a core to trade in, but it does a job. I wanted to go AGM. They didn't have AGM in stock, and I really just needed to get this thing done as soon as possible. And also, I don't have an AGM charger, so if anything were to happen, I'd be screwed. So, yeah, we have some wires that were left behind from the old setup. Those go to the kill switch, which I have over here. There we go. On and off. Cool. I'm going to utilize that. Not sure if I'm going to utilize it straight off the bat. I have a relay somewhere around here. Just trying to figure out where the wires are going to go. So this relay will hang out somewhere up there. That's going to be for this baby right here, which is a surge tank. Because that needs to be wired back here. It's not part of the ECU system. What is part of the ECU system is our main fuel pump. So I have a wire that I need to run from inside there. It's going to come out with those other red wires through here. Somewhere, hopefully, looking kind of nice. That one wire will go there. We'll share grounding with this pump here. In terms of the gauge, not worried about it right now. So yes, I got some stuff here to utilize. I got this post right here, so this will take care of those red wires that are running up from the front. as well as any wires that are coming back here. So anything that needs power, which right now are 6 wires up front, surge tank, and the fan. The fan wire is going to come all the way back here, along with the fuel pump wire. And yeah, it's a lot. I have a bunch of things written down and drawn out, but yeah, it's coming along pretty good. Um, I'm really excited. I got a ton of parts here and nonsense, and it's still blazing hot. I think a lot of time that I've spent working on the car has been in the shade, and I've been looking worse than this. I mean, I literally just came out from inside of the AC, and now I'm dripping sweat. So it's been really brutal working in these conditions. Using fans, using whatever I can to cool down, trying to stay hydrated with like Gatorade and whatnot. But Lord willing, 8.6 or before, this baby will be started. I guess just behind the scenes, since I'm not some sort of director, producer of anything really. I'm gonna try to get this baby started this weekend, which is a couple of weeks before 8.6. So by the time you're watching this, it's gonna be closer to the 8.6 day. And then I'm hoping to have a video where I'm just dropping it on 8.6 and I can celebrate, kick back, have a cold one, and not really worry about anything else until I slowly get this baby on the road. So yeah, wish me luck, and see you guys in a bit.